like a convoluted hero where you got to really think, oh, how do we beat it? It's more, oh, it's an Ember. So there's Shadow Fiends and Huskars, there's Venom. Like we mentioned 4 heroes that are all quite damning to an Ember.
For you and I, it's generally been around like 6 something.
I think we had a post 10 minute, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
Maybe I'm just making that
No,
up.
I don't think that was the 2 of us. The tournament might have had one.
Oh, okay.
No, they're going to try to put on the pressure here. Kaori will cover the bottom rune, but he's going to meet some opposition through Rue.
Yep, and it might cost him. Shield rune is taken by Panto on the other side as Kaori trying to walk this off, but the first blood ends up going to Laurel.
I feel like if MOUZ don't pull ahead in this earlier portion of the game, I actually really like Spirit going down the stretch. Also because it's Spirit. They're probably...
Oh, what is this? He's actually committing. Nope. Will Remnant away mid-1 pretty low, and Laurel can just pop that regen rune.
Yeah, he's just leveraging this too.
Oh! Actually hits, and now the Remnant to try to finish the job of the Fairy Fight to keep him alive. Laurel, with the help of the Stampede, gets taken out instead by mid-1 first with the raise. It is a trade, as Rue attempting to run away now, but Boom has brought his fat body into the mid lane, and that's going to secure the 2nd kill for MOUZ. Mid-1, level 8 on this SF. Yeah, they do have the wombo combo potential from MOUZ.
Yeah.
As you can see the Searing Chains onto Boom. He's alone versus the 3 members of Spirit. Kite him a bit with Yatoro. Actually going to use the Ravage. Panto, does he have the vision for the glimpse? Well, the Searing Chains hold him in place, pops the Kraken Shell, and that means, well, he's resigned to his fate. Can he get the deny on the Ancient is really all it comes down to.
No.
As Yatoro will claim him. And that's a Ravage down. It's going to cost them the tier 1. Yeah, both carriers can take stacks quite easily. If Boom falls behind, he can take the stacks. He's going to get glimpsed into the kinetic field. We'll pop the Kraken Shell as Rue trying to get the Mortimers on his face. It's enough, actually. It's going to cost Rue his life, but certainly worth it. Now that's a back-to-back death for Boom, who I think inarguably was the MVP of the last series.
Oh, there is the song set up.
Mid-1, TP's coming in, wants to get the Requiem right on top of the Drow, gets it off just in time. Well-timed overall from MOUZ. They blow up the Drow Ranger as Collapse. Well, he's pretty healthy, so they can continue to fight and try to counteract this a bit. Mid-1, starting to run out of mana. Chrysalis is actually on the high ground, just waiting for somebody to overstep. Root TP's in. Gets the Scatter Blast off, but that's all he's going to be able to provide on these cores of the MOUZ side.
So perhaps we'll see them try to open the top tower once more. Either now or maybe they wait for 15 minutes so they have a siege creep. Laurel trying to be annoying, but...
Yep. Well, he's going to be brought back into a Ravage, actually hitting 3 members.
That's a good static storm.
Right on top of them, though. Laurel looks to be dead, though, and there's not going to be any more action coming out from Spirit, although mid-1 gets Scatter Blasted at the last moment. Thought he might tick out, but Root finishes the job. So 1 for 1, mid for mid.
A draw with 3 or 4 items will... Or maybe a bit more than that.
All right, Collapse. You're going to steal the Aegis
there is no way, right?
You're going to steal the Aegis. He's going to do it at some point. Panto jumps in with the Disruptor ult. There's the song to reset. Mortimer's Kiss is wasted. A little bit of damage to the Jakiro as the other side, Panto, looks to be taken out by the Shadow Fiend, is closer. Finally, the Ravage comes through. First Yamish falls, though. It's going to be the trade for Collapse. No Aegis for you this time. Laurel, Remnants away. BKB already used here, so MOUZ can just continue with Roche, and they should be able to get it this time.
I don't really feel like you put too much of a dent in them there.
Oh,
this, however...
Yep, Cookie will cancel the TP, but the Ice Path onto 2 with the Macro Pyre to follow. Yatoro going to try to turn this around, though, with the multi-shot upon Boom. Gets blood grenaded. And Kaori, yeah, I don't think Yatoro wants to go any further, but the Glimpse with the Mortimers isn't going to be enough to take out the Tide. Instantly dispels, but will fall in the end. Stampede used. Panto's the first death, though, for Spirit. Looks like Kaori will be next on the MOUZ side. Just barely gets trickled down. Crystallis, the Aegis still there. Actually, a buyback coming out from Panto as
he wants to
Spirit
get
still
the
want to fight.
control.
Double kill for Laurel. And Crystallis, the full disengage.
Not going to get vision. No. That is the most important item for Drow this game. That doesn't mean he has to buy it first, though, but it's the one that's going to change the complexion of the fights in the right direction for Spirit later. So he absolutely wants it in his build.
Oh, Yatoro.
Do you buy shard after that? Not sure.
Another disruptor death for the road.
Wow, Panto's on a streak here.
Yeah, something
I have
that.
greedy neutral,
Toro
therefore I
gets
get to
jumped
die.
on. Gust with the Stampede. Ice Path holds him in place with the Macro Pyre to follow. Crystallis popping the ult early, trying to get these roots. And he's just going to try to fight it out, and that is not a winning cause. Crystallis on the Troll will win every time in a 1v1.
There is that blink. Instant value. He's going to feel super happy about making that choice already. Just that singular kill is worth the cost of the dagger. It's going to swing the matchup even more heavily in his favor. He's up about 3k, but obviously Drow on the sidelines for a minute will be converging towards 4k. He's also going to get the Wisdom Shrine here at 28 on Troll.
Yeah.
He wants to, so level 21.
Okay.
2.5 levels up on the Drow. Laurel coming over. Looking for trouble.
Carrying chains, wants to try it. The BKB's down for 50 seconds, so he's going to try to fight his way out of it. The Mortimer's Kisses from way far away. Down goes Crystallis. Big kill.
Most important item for Drow this game. That doesn't mean he has to buy it first, though, but it's the one that's going to change the complexion of the fights in the right direction for Spirit later. So he absolutely wants it in his build.
Oh, Yatoro.
Do you buy Shard after that? Not sure.
Another disruptor death for the road.
Wow, Panto's on a streak here.
Yeah, something
I have
that.
greedy neutral,
Yatoro
therefore I get to
jumped
die.
on. Gust with the Stampede. Ice Path holds him in place with the Macro Pyre to follow. Crystallis popping the ult early, trying to get these roots. And he's just going to try to fight it out, and that is not a winning cause. Crystallis on the Troll will win every time in a 1v1.
There is that blink. He wants to, so level 21.
Okay.
2.5 levels up on the Drow. Laurel coming over. Looking for trouble.
Carrying chains, wants to try it. The BKB's down for 50 seconds, so he's going to try to fight his way out of it. The Mortimer's Kisses from way far away. Down goes Crystallis. Big kill for Spirit. Boom, trying to help his comrade, now trying to help himself, as he's just going to get slowed and kited into oblivion, but has the H. Blinks back in. Okay. Was looking for maybe a Ravage play. He was spotted there for a moment, as Sheepstick will be his next item. Not that far away, just a couple K away. He gets hoof stomped though into the Mortimers, but
no.
Gonna work too well with the song.
no.
Ice Path, and they're still gonna go for it with the Requiem on top. The Snapfire gets blown up and collapsed to follow as well. So it looked ugly, it looked hideous, but it worked.
And now time for Roche. Will Spirit try again?
Where is Collapse? Roche belches in their face.
There's the belch.
Damage rune on mid one as Crystallis is going to solo this. Smoke from Spirit. Macro Pyre placed. Laurel's going to get some vision with the Shivas. Mortimer's Kisses right on top. Collapse in the pit.
Of course!
He gets it again!
Of course!
How does he do it time and time again? It's going to cost him the one life, but now Crystallis has to get the hell out of the pit. Does MOUZ still want to fight this? It's a 5 versus 5. Collapse, already at half health. Looks like his team will abandon him, but the job is done. Aegis down and out. The rest of Spirit trying to get out of dodges mid one. Has to pop the BKB. Going for the Requiem.
Ravage
not doing anything, but they have the connection onto the Ember Spirit. Laurel popping the BKB. Staying alive here. Looks like going to turn it onto Boom instead. Pops the Kraken Shell as the blink from Crystallis. He's kind of in a horrible spot. He's dead. 2 cores for MOUZ as they try to pursue Spirit to their own demise.
That is going to prove to be quite the challenge, I would imagine, for MOUZ. Oh, they're maybe going to try anyway. They're in.
Oh, the jump in from Crystallis and the Requiem.
That's good.
Laurel is dead. Has buyback. That's a big snipe, though, from MOUZ.
Yeah, Centaur was far away, so no cart save. He was farming down bottom, and Laurel gets caught off guard.
There's an Arcane Rune, and they would love to give this to Laurel if they can, but yeah, Collapse will have to snag it for now. Boom. He's going to front line. Going to get hoof stomped. There's the Static Storm. That's the Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, good song.
To try to reset healing up Boom.
He's out. Okay.
The Macro Pyre, though, not going to do too much as Yatoro popping the BKB wants to fight. That means MOUZ wants to retreat. Stampede used all they've gotten. There's the Ravage, only onto one, though. It's just the Disruptor support for support. Collapse. In the cover of BKB. Uses the cart. Nobody inside yet. Boom. He's just going to get right-clicked by Yatoro. Can't get up close and personal. Crystallis on the run. Has the blink. theoretically should be fine.
He needs to blink to the right
Yeah,
spot.
he's gonna go for the fight instead with mid-1, has the Requiem, still and the BKB. Yatoro's dead! No buyback at all, and now the fight on top of Laurel. His Remnant is slow to a crawl, but Crystallis is finally taken out by Spirit. There's the cart with the Ember inside. I don't know why that looks so hilarious, but it's gonna be the death of mid-1. Double kill for Laurel. Wow, such a back and forth fight.
Sorry, I had to talk with Slacks in the green room. It's infecting me.
Yeah, this is called brain rot to the highest degree.
Oh, that's a good
Static
find.
Storm, he cannot pop BKB. Mid-1 is dead. The song used as well, but all for naught.
Yeah, who are you really
Spirit.
saving? Not even yourself.
They want to continue on, Searing Chains, and that is a dead Naga Siren as well. Both have
Glimpse.
buybacks. but-
Another one.
Yeah,
DJ
damage.
Khaled on Jakiro.
Crystallis jumps in, wants to get the fight up. Panto is dead. The cart, nobody's inside of it. Meanwhile, Laurel just assassinates Yamich.
Oh, root.
And-
Okay.
Okay, beautiful kill from Crystallis.
Sometimes you just keep rooting.
Gotta have confidence on your Troll Warlord. All right, Aegis advantage. What can they do with it? Mid-1,
good
he's
reaction
in a
on
1 versus 3,
BKB,
going for the Requiem.
look at
But
the
pops the
Troll's
BKB and
damage.
destroys him. And boom, he has the anchor.
Oh, no,
The wrong way, and now the Ravage, but Yatoro is out of sight, out of mind in the trees. He's just gonna kill off Tidehunter from the sideline. I have no idea how he ended up there, but he's very happy. Attempted TP, but really the kill onto Crystallis would be the bigger of deals. The bash is coming in from Crystallis, though he is able to take out Laurel. That's life number 1.
Refresh the song.
Song.
He had to refresh for that.
Crystallis, can you get out? Attempted TP should be fine.
Oh, the glimpse!
Whoa, the glimpse at the last moment! And Crystallis will fall. That is a disaster for MOUZ.
Oh,
what a play
boy.
from Panto.
1.5K.
Yeah, Boom
to
is going to
finish
go
it.
boom.
He will
That
explode.
purchase is made.
And it's another mobility and safety item.
Crystallis,
Oh, that's a
Static
good find.
Storm. Do they have the damage to rip through him before he can get anything off? Hurricane Pike and gets off the ult at the last second. The song resetting things, and now the leash. Can he get him in the cart? Yes, collapse, brings Yatoro away. Gets the Stampede as well, despite having the anchor applied to him right now. So Disruptor is dead to MOUZ's hands.
Shadow Blade.
Yatoro's still on the run. Yeah, he has the Shadow Blade. No way you're catching him now. Mortimer's Basher from Crystallis right on top of Laurel. Gets the
mid-1.
Remnant off. Yatoro just deletes mid-1. Do they still want to fight? Crystallis finally with the BKB in retreat though. Glimpse brings him back into the fray. Another Hurricane Pike, and now he's just getting controlled. Too much damage coming out from Yatoro. And now they're going to turn their sights into the big fat watermelon. 3 dead for MOUZ. These fights are so entertaining. Roche now knows that there's people inside his pit.
Yep, he's going to leave.
Get out of my pit!
Oh, that's
And
Megas.
the back door. There's no backdoor protection. This is free Megas for Team Spirit, and now a fight erupts outside of the Roche pit. Mid-1 with the
the flying cart!
The Wind Waker cart!
The flying cart!
Successful as Crystal is trying to run away. Has already used Refresh. No, it's just
It's in his
he put it in his backpack. It's on roll. My God, he's dead. 100 seconds. Can't even use it in this game. And now the buildings are melting ever so slowly to the creeps as Yatoro looking to finish off this game 1. The cheese is popped by the Tidehunter, but it's not to be. Down goes Boom as Yamich will be the final casualty in this engagement, but now it's all defense mode for MOUZ, and this is a free Roche for Spirit.
You have to
And
kill
now-
Yatoro twice. Good luck.
Ancient exposed, buyback. Not gonna scare them. It is just a lowly Jakiro as the Ancient exposed. There's a fortification. No, there's no fortification at all.
The song into...
Song delay.
Buy
Roche banner
time.
placed. Man, impossible situation for MOUZ. Laurel trying to create some space. Going to take the anchors. Yatoro just focusing on buildings. Objective-based gaming. Uses the Hurricane Pike. Makes the Ravage miss the Drow completely as mid-1 trying to do his best with the double Requiem, but he dies shortly after, and this is going to be game number 1 in the books for Team Spirit. What an entertaining start to this Grand Finals.
They ran over them. They just cleaved through them with their heroes in the end of that. Didn't even break a sweat.
Even though he's the one who's going to be getting the first blood in this game, it's still pretty difficult. You are playing into these multiple Blink Daggers. They can set things up on you. You're playing into Shard from Tidehunter, who also had a pretty good game.
So it's going to be the mid slaughter. Of course, against the Leshrac, you can just run up and down the river once he presses his spell, so you're not really dying to the Leshrac. It's more the tower dives and glyphs on the creep waves that's a little spooky.
Yeah, I suppose this is an added benefit in the top lane for the gyro. If you think there's ever going to be any tag team play for the Tusk Abaddon, just throw a smoke screen into it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gone. The 30% miss rate is generally going to be enough.
Heavy damage, and he actually gets first blooded by Collapse. So far, this aggressive dual lane has worked out.
Oh, they TP'd up the Warlock. Watch out, Crystallis. This is bad news. And indeed.
Tricks of the trade on top of Crystallis, and that will be the death of the Troll Warlord in favor of Spirit.
That's a double TP from Spirit yielding effectively nothing. They thought Yatoro might be in pressure in the tower. Instead now, you've opened up the rest of the map to potential MOUZ moves, unless...
Fast though, into the Blink Strike and the Rocket Barrage. That is enough. Nice kill for Spirit.
I wonder if Boom didn't know they were there. Did they never show at any point?
Crystallis reading this.
Have to get rich to make this work.
He's reading this quite well in the tree line.
There's the dagger on mid one. He's immediately going to put it to use. Yatoro's dead.
Offering onto Yatoro. The Rocket Barrage gets the kill, but mid one, the trade. So finally, MOUZ getting something on the board. And Crystallis is being pursued under his tier 1. Yamich is in the area. Has to wait out the ice path, though. Trying to go for the save on the snowball.
Oh, they missed the
Too
dog!
late. And now the whirling axes inside the snowball. Mid one makes his rotation over, and this is a disaster for Spirit. They've lost 4 heroes across the board, top and bottom. I mean, you
see
can
Rue
force
queuing
that
it up.
yourself still, right? It's just allies.
Yeah, you can get out of the smoke, but you can't help the allies in it.
Yeah.
So.
Now, Boom caught off guard. Already at half health. They're going to burn this ult. Pops that blade mail. It returns some damage to Yatoro. Yamich coming in from the north gets a nice Walrus Punch mid one with the blink. Gets the split earth and the kill onto the gyrocopter. Yatoro dead right off the bat. A good counteraction here from MOUZ as Panto left to his own device. You see Collapse though coming in from the other side. Gets the call off. They know that there's no borrowed time and the chop comes. So 1 for 1.
Great overall for MOUZ though. They only brought 4 heroes here. Rue is looking for some info here. They're not done up here, Spirit. Neither are MOUZ.
They're not. Diabolic Edict is there. The instant crush with the Chaotic Offering coming in, though. And the dual breath from Panto as they try to get a kill. Yamich will fall, and mid one dies as well. They thought they were being sneaky, but Spirit stuck around. So mid one, still 100% kill participation. Only 5 kills, though, for MOUZ as...
Oh, no.
Rush on
That's
top.
easy.
Yeah, that was a caster curse again. Sorry about that, mid one.
This BKB is nice to help you against the Blade Mail, but it doesn't really help you against Slaughter Giant.
He has an SNY, the punch to start out onto Laurel, blocking him in. It's way too easy of a kill onto Laurel. Nice pickup for MOUZ.
Top lane is cursed.
And
just don't go there.
Okay. Crystallis is going to make his way over with the Golem. Nobody cares about him.
Last pick Huskars are fun, and Quinn loves it because he's a good person.
Wrap around onto Laurel. Split Earth hits.
Clipped him
and
barely.
Snowball not even needed. Easy kill for mid one. They will pressure this tier 2, and of course the Tormentor is likely on the
This is some good acceleration. They're actually thinking about fighting here.
They want to fight. Collapse with the initiation. The call only onto one. The smoke screen to follow, and that's going to be a dead mid one. Gets chopped into oblivion. Nice pick off for Spirit now.
Oh, they're in an awkward spot here.
Yeah, very, very awkward. As Crystal is going to the north now. And the clip into the call. Trying to bring Boom out.
That's an early ult.
Yeah, the ult already off or on cooldown. Snowball though onto Yatoro. Gets the punch and Crystal is going to focus all his right clicks onto him. Using the SNY to his advantage as Collapse forces him to attack him with that Blade Mail activated. He's going to take the brunt of the damage as a result. Fatal Bonds doing quite a bit of work here. Spirit do have to be careful. Very low on HP. Another beautiful ice path from Panto, slowing Crystallis to a crawl. We'll have to pop the ult. Now going to get kited. Rue trying to slow him down. Yatoro gets rooted though in the tree line. Crystallis is all alone, but he gets the kill. A little bit too late for Collapse on the call, but he gets the chop in the end. Aegis down and out for the side of MOUZ, and now it's a 1 versus 3. Keeping him inside of this smoke screen. Panto there as well. It is not fair.
Oh,
another
Boom!
chop to Collapse's name. Boom trying to go in for an aphotic shield, but it might cost him his life now. Mid one wants to join the party. Gets off the Diabolic Edict. Laurel with one more crush for the row. Boom is dead, and MOUZ are just dropping like flies. Although mid one gets several kills in the meantime. So 4 dead, or 3 dead rather for Spirit. costing them a little bit more than they were anticipating.
That's one of my favorite fights of the whole tournament. Holy shit,
Panto
Spirit.
punched!
Oh,
Dead!
God, it's not even over yet.
Damage is the winner of this fight.
And Boom did change his mind for the Radiant, so no Orchid is going to come out.
Mid one showing himself, and now the Blade Mail call. He's gonna get chopped.
The rotations are too late. You're going to bring multiple heroes down here. I don't know if you're going to find anything.
Gets the Ice Shards to slow them, and they're even going to use Chaotic Offering, but they're just going to walk away.
You got to be very careful with your ward and sentry placements now as MOUZ. Rue's getting some key information here.
Yeah, there's Rue.
Ah, he's just dead.
Smoke screen. Well, Boom is going to walk away for the time being as the Ice Path comes from the other side for Panto. The punch up into the air, and Rue, he puts another smoke screen down, eventually is cleaned up. It's a support, though. Looks like mid one died to Yatoro. And now the net.
Oh, the double
Nice
damage.
Grab from Laurel. Crystallis would have loved to have that. Gets
Oh,
off the
this
whirling
is...
axes as Panto on the high ground now in the corner, but the call comes in with the Blade Mail and the chop. Crystallis dead. Spirit getting every trade that they would want. And the chase is not over yet. Yatoro, homing missile is going to find Kaori as Laurel likely to try and finish the job here. Boom does have borrowed time as the Battle Hunger is being used on in quick succession for Collapse, and they're going to continue on here. Finally, the borrowed time activates. Ice Path hits. Tusk is certainly dead. Another chop for Collapse.
Mid one.
Find Kaori as well, and Boom
Is he gonna
desperately
go?
trying to get something to work for the side of MOUZ, but it is not happening.
He'll get the singular kill on the way out onto Jakiro, but it's going to cost Boom as well. Mid one, the only one getting anything out of that. So that's the only reason Spirit picked it, surely. No other reason.
Oh, that's from Collapse
juicy.
out of the high ground. A beautiful snowball.
They're going to
save.
land in the oven.
They will. Back into the macro pyre, burning to a crisp. Chop number one as Boom already using the borrowed time, trying to get into the pit, but you can see it's just a 1v1 battle between Collapse and Crystallis, but Collapse is actually winning.
the bomb!
He gets it! Oh my god, the damage! 3 dead in the blink of an eye for Team Spirit. And Yatoro, back to life he comes, getting punched in the air. Now Crystallis right-clicking from afar. It's a 1v4, and Spirit lose this fight.
What an insane buyback from Warlock. What was that damage?
Yatoro's not up for 30 seconds. This is a tier 3 down and out. Laurel gets off the crush in live. Yamich trying to hold him in place.
Oh, Yule.
That's a
No
stun
Yule.
lock, and that is a dead Slardar. Laurel, back to base you go, 70 seconds.
The dream fight for Spirit here is to find and kill Warlock instantly before he gets bonds off.
Yeah,
See if they
Rue.
can do that.
Pops.
Rue's going to break.
He's invis, of course. Very strong. BKB already activated from Yamish. There's going to be a cleanup. Rue right off the bat as Yatoro now on the run. Boom. Borrowed time activated now. Gets to full HP. Yatoro's already having to run away, though. And Spirit not liking what they're seeing. The Fatal Bond just doing work, but the call comes in at the last moment. But again, the snowball save back into the fray. Collapse gets hexed and destroyed. And now Laurel attempting to slither away, but he gets punched into the air instead. 4 dead for Spirit and nothing lost for MOUZ.
This early on in the game.
We've seen it before, but yeah, it's tall order. Tall order for them as they're going to be able to blink in and kill off Rue. And now the tier 4s left to the right clicks of Crystallis. We'll be able to melt these pretty damn fast. Yatoro getting gone on by Boom. Looking to do a soft reset. Only 3 alive for Spirit after the buyback coming onto Laurel. And Crystallis with the objective base gaming. Tier 4 tower about to drop. Now they have the axe though, Collapse. Can you make anything work here? Oh, the nice jump in from Boom, canceling the blink daggers, and the buildings are melting to Crystallis. Doesn't have a second life, but does have the Satanic. Boom. He's the one trying to tank all of this, and there comes the Lesh doing so much damage to Collapse. Has to pop the BKB. Back into the fountain he goes. Double Battle Hunger right now, but a beautiful split Earth with the Yamich stun coming out, and that's a GG for game number 2. MOUZ even it up.
Well, we got our answers. Is it going to work? Swapping Boom onto the Abaddon. We had our doubts when we were...
Yatoro gets the Aegis. They see the buyback, but in that moment, they don't respect how quickly he can get back to the outpost and take the fight. Because in other moments, Spirit, they just disengage. We got the Aegis. We got everything we need.
Cool cosmetic, making it a little bit more difficult to see if he's morphing his strength or not.
Is that cool or 5-figure pay to win?
You know, as long as it's in the game,
I'm gonna have to call it cool or clever use of game mechanics.
As you wish.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fuck! Let's go to the game. I'm sorry. They got first blood. MOUZ. Congratulations.
I mean,
He doesn't care. Let's go.
That was awesome, and yeah, that was first blood.
Unacceptable.
All right. Well, mid one, we'll see if he can have a similar as Yatoro. Uh-oh, is this death number 2? Tag team doing quite a bit. Panto trying to make his way over. Yatoro with the attribute shift, keeping him alive, but the anchor smash at the last moment from Boom is enough to give Yatoro his second death of the game.
On the board here, there is a haste rune currently sitting on mid one, which is great for contesting these stacks, and Rue might be the one to break it.
Snowball right on top of Rue. Gets a good calling, though, but mid one has the distance. They get an easy pickoff onto
Do you Requiem here?
Yeah, that is true. But the pipe is online for Boom. That means he's kind of a no-go. Collapse and company, well, they find Kaori. That's something. They're calling to keep him silenced up. He's actually, look how tanky he is. Normally that hero just evaporates.
Now, is he tanky or are they weak?
Yeah, that's a good point. Depends on your perspective.
Yeah. It's not the best blade mail game, though. But, I mean, you're playing with bondage, right? So you kind of want it when you're running that facet, obviously. But the problem is, who do you counter with this except SF?
And Panto, speaking of which, well, he will use the song. He's actually sticking around. As Spirit making their way over. Laurel with the Sonic Wave at the ready. Pipe is already activated, though. Requiem does go off just in time as Collapse does get off his Mars Arena eventually. Now the Sonic Wave. Ravage comes too late to save mid one. That's a big kill for Spirit. And now Boom slowing himself with the Kraken Shell. It's a 1 versus 5. Although reinforcements are arriving. Chrysalis gets the healing ward off, looking for an Omni Slash. Gets speared for the time being. There's the Omni Slash onto Laurel. It's broken up though. Both targets survive. Yatoro getting in very deep. Waveforms to the other side, but Snowball with Chrysalis inside. Fatal Bonds you have to be careful with. Blade Fury doing quite a bit to Yatoro. Is it going to be enough? No, he's continuing to get off that attribute shift. And now Chrysalis in a weird spot. A 1 versus 3. He gets taken out. 4 dead as Spirit somehow winning this fight. In fact, it's going to be a full team wipe despite being down 7K beforehand. How?
It's like unbelievable that this is even possible, right? Him all the more utility in the fights when he turns into other heroes and spends so much mana. Nanga can get you bring you back up.
Oh, they canceled the TP. Nicely done from Kara. As long as they can actually get this kill, the TPs are coming. Yamich with the stun lock. Shards block him in. Collapse. All you can do is get off a Yules to buy yourself a little bit. Actually uses his arena as well on the outskirts now.
Dude, there is no way.
Requiem, he's dead. Oh my goodness, that was close.
That was a 4v1 and they used Golem Requiem to barely kill him. Connect the other heroes for the burst.
Is this a repeat situation? Golem to start things out. Collapse with the spear. And he's just going to get chased down into oblivion. There is the dead in the water. Nowhere to go for the offlaner of Spirit. It's off the Yules.
I mean,
as there's a Requiem there to destroy Laurel on the other side. And Collapse all the while gets away.
How does he live?
But the bigger kill, in all honesty, is onto Laurel. Yeah. So at least burn some spells from the MOUZ side. A little poke action onto Boom. And the dead in the water already used.
You're starting to see the damage on Yatoro now, though.
It's a pretty important cooldown. They get the stun lock for now, but the calling and the big ult coming out from Collapse, but the Ravage to follow. The focus right now on Yatoro. Snowball keeping him alive. He turns into the Tusk as the Omni Slash not doing a whole lot. Eventually Collapse should fall here, and that is the case. So 2 dead for Spirit, and now Yatoro getting hounded by Boom. Dead in the water up in 5 seconds. The Ice Shards from Yatoro, not enough to block him out. Boom is going to continue on here. There's the dead in the water, but the song to counteract it. Yatoro easily takes care of the anchor.
So I think there's a chance mid one gets his courier back before...
Oh, what is this? Laurel caught off guard, and that is dead in the water. One of the best shards in the game for a reason.
The shards allow you to stick on target. It's bold.
Yeah, Panto's going to be up soon, so they have the song. But they get the initiation first. There's the Requiem to follow. Laurel takes a lot of damage, but the Sonic Wave does so much as Collapse very low on HP. He's going to get right-clicked down, but going to stay alive thanks to the song. Canceled out. Now mid 1 is the first to fall to Yatoro, and now the waveform trying to take out this Warlock. They do so. Double kill for Yatoro. It's 4 kills overall in favor of Spirit.
You can't do it when you're hexed,
Oh, that's true.
because there's both a stun and a silence.
Yep, that's true. There's the Hex initiation and the Anchor. They really hate this
Easy
Naga. You can see why the collapse comes in. Nice Sonic Wave from Laurel doing massive damage. The Ravage really feels like nothing happened, but the Omni Slash is what really hurts. Yatoro barely lives through the engagement, now turns his sights to the Juggernaut. That's life number 1 for
Laurel
Yatoro.
died.
3 dead
Warlock.
for Spirit. Requiem. Nope, Yatoro's going to pop the BKB, getting bashed up. Collapse trying to help his carry out. The waveform TP should be fine. Now Collapse has to worry. Mid 1 and company trying to pursue, but Collapse will get out just fine.
That's true. MOUZ have done a good job at finding Panto when they need to. And when they haven't found him, his song has been inconsequential, but they lost that fight, so...
Oh, the Anchor. Laurel has to pop the BKB. TP support Collapse with the rebuke onto Boom. Laurel, not a whole lot of damage. They're actually going to put the Mars Arena out as mid 1 with a Requiem. Look at that Sonic Wave. Boom is getting pushed left, right, and center. He's still alive. Yule's applied to him, has the pipe still there. The upheaval is slowing them to a crawl as mid 1 with another Requiem. Not that much damage, but the raises are starting to stack up, and there's the song save. The last moment Collapse is going to live.
Oh, they blinked in to destroy the healing ward. Laurel is... okay, is he fine? Yeah.
Mid 1 trying to get something more out of it, but all they really get is the Rue kill. But that might be enough for Chrysalis to poke at the high ground. He is hitting like a truck. Still has the Omni Slash. Fortification going to slow this down a bit. Has the MKB Butterfly Basher.
They know there's no healing ward, so
Collapse
this
spear
is a
onto the barracks with the Sonic Wave. It's not quite enough. The Snowball's going to save him now. The rebuke to follow. Is he going to die? Juggernaut is super low. Gets off the Blade Fury and will live some way, somehow. And they get Yatoro as well. 1 tier 4 dead. Yamich and company pounding away the Ancient now available for the picking to get the instant initiation, but the Pierce the Veil going to keep him alive. There's the Mars Arena. Collapse trying to do what he can to delay the inevitable though, as the Ancient will eventually fall to Chrysalis and company, gets off the Blade Fury, and that's going to be GG. MOUZ take game number 3 and a 2-1 advantage in the grand finals.
These games are so unpredictable. MOUZ have an insane lead. They lose all of it in a random fight up top. They claw their way back to, or rather, both teams are kind of even for 15 minutes.
Please,
Unfortunately, I have to agree with Cinderin.
got a bad... Okay,
Yeah,
one.
gotta do something about it. Either you might need to pick this hero, or you have to remove it, because this is like 12th game in a row. This guy has built-in damage reduction, which is going to be good against Dragonite. He builds into the same 2 items as well. Have a little bit of a global presence, but it's nothing too crazy.
Power rune time. Laurel, unlucky for him, not bottom. He would have taken it in front of mid 1 and started fighting him. He has to do the trek up top. He'll still get it though, I think. Nope, never mind, he won't. It's gonna get stolen here. Covered by Yamich.
Yeah, haste rune, that is big as Collapse trying to fight it out. Gets the Firestorm kill onto Kaori. And now Chrysalis in a 1 versus 2. Collapse looks like he's gonna be fine. So he tries to get back in here, gets another right click off, and 1 more Shuriken for the road. That's 2 kills in the top lane for Spirit.
Going the way of Collapse, so he's gonna be off to a very nice start. He's actually tied with Queen of Pain for net worth.
Yeah, Mitch trying for it. Panto with the
double
nice
wisdom.
disruption. That is a huge deal.
Shannon, you know me, I have a lot of games on Clockwork.
Yeah.
This hero sucks without levels, okay?
Oh, I thought you were just going to stop there. As Panto, he will eventually pay the price, but it is well worth it. Yamich still level 2.
He barely cracks 3. Narrowly level 3 minute 8 here. It's going to have to go back to base.
Yikes.
A big part of MOUZ's success is that their supports just have giga impact every game. This one, it's going to be tough for Clockwork to find the same level of impact, I would say. He's trying his damnedest, though.
As mid 1 picks
Mission
up
accomplished.
the damage rune, so Panto.
God, easiest curse of my life, man.
Self-disruption.
Oh, okay.
Even a Sonic Wave used.
All right.
Okay, well,
Well, he died.
he did.
Well, maybe it's still good enough. The main thing for me is there's no like inherently obvious like main burst that you're gonna reflect.
Boom. But he's tracked up, gets a spear. Fiend's Gate place though, so Collapse on the way. Not even really needed. The pit ensures it. And back he goes.
Just comes to collect some track goal, and he's going to leave again. He will have to do a lot of the damage. I'm curious how Underlord is going to itemize after auras. If he's going to try to scale.
Boom again, getting gone on. Rue was just biding his time. Nice arena is going to block off Yatoro.
Well,
Still a lot of damage done as on the other side, Chrysalis kills off Collapse. A big kill for MOUZ, and Boom gets away. Rolling Thunder inside the cogs. This will be a support kill at the very least. Not the exchange at Spirit we're looking for.
they used the golem.
14 minutes.
I wish my teammates in my games would do that when I'm like, guys, I really need the second wisdom. All right, let's 4-man smoke. Be lucky to get one.
Laura
Boom.
opening onto Boom. Kaori in the area, and see the Fiend's Gate now collapse. Has that pit with the Firestorm. That's a kill onto Boom again. And if you're an Underlord, getting good usage out of this ultimate early on is huge. Goes right back to the lane, but nowhere to go now as a hook shot. Yamit showing him, hey, I got my ultimate now, bro. Collapse will fall. So
Nice
good
curse.
rotation here from
Yeah.
MOUZ.
Good curse, good curse.
True.
In their later series, it fell out of favor. Sometimes we went ignored in the draft or got banned like phase 3 or whatever. MOUZ are overall first picking that hero.
Yeah.
And same with Huskar. They just have their things.
Oh, the nice hook shot from Yamit trying to disrupt this combination, but Laurel should be able to get off the Rolling Thunder. They get the stun lock on the mid one, a huge kill for Spirit.
The cogs worked against him there.
Some nice kills there, and can go back to farming away to his heart's content. Meanwhile, Collapse, do they spot him? They do. Gets off the arena as he blinks away onto the Shadow Demon. That is the deletion of Panto. Collapse under the cover of the pipe. Nice. Golem coming out with the Fatal Bonds as well as Collapse trying to get out of these cogs. Just slowed to a crawl, and there's the big Sonic Wave from mid one to finish the job as Laurel has to swashbuckle away. Doesn't want to pursue apparently, but you can see the tracks and shurikens are starting to add up.
Looks like MOUZ are very much trying to control that for mid one. Empty bottle and almost out of mana, really wants it, but Yatoro will cover the top side.
Yes, indeed, he's coming for you. Dragon Tail onto the bounty. There's the Fiend's Gate though. Yatoro focusing on Kaori. That is a super easy kill. Rue will bite the dust as well, so a 1-for-1, but Crystallis is the one that's completely stuck. Yatoro finishes him off, and now Yamich, left all alone, will be shield crashed to death. 3-for-1.
It's kind of ironic thinking back on the...
He went through that twice.
Yeah. Hero doesn't look so scary anymore. Mid one.
Gonna set something up here. Track into stun. There's the disruption. Boom. Trying to counter initiate. Gets the arena off onto 2. Mid one with the Sonic Wave. Has to try to blink out, but the Shuriken is coming for you and finishing you off as Rue will be laughing all the way home. 40 seconds down and out.
They get the vision up there.
Yeah, Mitch looking for an opening. Rue.
See him. Oh, did he?
Sentry upon Sentry. Pit of Malice onto 2. The Rolling Thunder as well. Mid one blinks.
That's a short
Baby blink though. Now he's going to get stunned again by the
mission
shield crash
failed.
and the swash. Mid one is dead. Neutral creep kills Yamich, but the bigger kill, of course, onto the mid laner of MOUZ. And now the pit available. And Team Spirit. All right, well, Crystallis with this next item, the Daedalus, is going to start really packing a punch. Mid one though, half HP already,
wow.
slowed to a crawl, gets inhibited by the Diffusal Blade and killed off. So another track kill goes the way of Spirit, and this is where the Bounty Hunter can really shine.
Yeah, that's the problem is, sure, you're going to have that against the Abaddon Orchid, but then you have to wait for the Orchid. If you Lotus something else, you can still Orchid.
Rue, he's found out, but again, Laurel's there with the Rolling Thunder. Mid one gets the Sonic Wave off, only hitting the 2 though is Yatoro looking to play. And Crystallis, well, he's just trying to right-click from afar, but not doing too much as Collapse in the midst of all of this. Well, nice spear coming out from Boom, but where's the follow-up? Yamich just gets destroyed. Laurel, Crimson Guard still there, gets disrupted as Crystallis is going to try to kill him off, but no. Blinks away to safety. Yatoro now on the run. Gets speared though. Does not have his ultimate to work with. That's a huge kill for MOUZ now. Can they get the cancellation? No.
There's one on Pango. That one more likely to be used. Does that actually proc? It doesn't proc with Swashbuckle, right? You break Invis first.
Doesn't
Doesn't
Yatoro coming
matter.
in very aggressive. The pit of Mouse onto 4 heroes as an Aghanim Scepter. Yatoro already has to use his ult though, but now the focus right now onto Chrysalis. Popping the BKB in the Dragon form, but he's just getting control. The Mars Arena comes in too late. Chrysalis is dead. 80 seconds of no DK, and now Yatoro and company focusing down Boom. The Sonic Wave a little bit too late, as 3 members from MOUZ already dead, and this is going to be a dieback on your Warlock. And Team Spirit now in commanding control. They can go for Roche, they can go high ground, they can do whatever the hell they want.
So, yeah, this Roche is going top. And now Spirit.
Want to try to punish this mid one, gets initiated on, gets stunned. There's the roll up and the kill. They have the connection, beautiful layering, but in the meantime, MOUZ had other things up their sleeve. They get the spear onto the Underlord. Yamich with the nice cogs, collapse, gets the PK. Well, he's trying to run away, but does finally fall in the end. But now reinforcements have arrived for Spirit, and this is going to be punishing against MOUZ. 3 dead, just like that. Now, Boom, gonna get some help from Chrysalis, gonna try to fight his way out. Rue gets forced staff to safety, but the crit takes him out in the end. Now, Boom, attempting to pursue. He's just getting killed off by Laurel. An ultra kill for the Pango. And now that is the DK against the world. Chrysalis, including his own illusions, fighting him off. They're just kiting him. Orchid applied, gets the BKB, but the right clicks are going to be too much. That is a full team wipe for Spirit. Chrysalis is going to hit super hard. Rue. He's going to be the recipient. They're going to see it now. There's the pit, though. The initiation coming in from Collapse. Now the focus right now onto Chrysalis, trying to right-click away onto Yatoro, but he's super fine. Sonic Wave not doing too much, and Chrysalis is just stuck here.
Nice
Getting
rapier,
bashed
bro.
into oblivion. The Divine Rapier hits the deck, and Yatoro will claim it. And Team Spirit will claim game number 4, and that means we're going the distance, baby, in this grand finals.
And I think all we can conclude is, if you have a rapier, don't fight there.
Or I thought you could just say, don't fight.
That area is cursed, whether you're OG or MOUZ.
On side of Rue, and then you also have Shiva's Guard on Pango, which is not your traditional item by any means, but he knows that if this Dragonite tries to lifesteal, if he's going to be standing his ground, if you make like one mistake, let's see who's going to be playing 4 in this one.
Gyrocopter will be your position 4. And the Timbersaw on the Slardar.
That one is just inherently very Monkey King favored. So if the other lanes are draws, then you are pulling out ahead. And you can see Timbersaw is doing quite a bit better than Underlord for now.
Well, he'll steal the Water Rune. He's going to take some heavy damage. So the Crush actually hitting both heroes. Panto staying alive just a little bit, but no, it's going to be First Blood one way or the other. It is Yamich taking it home. Mid 1, the miss comes out, and he is fine. And now Laurel being pursued with the Blood Grenade. Yamich is going to die one way or the other. Going to try to pursue this, but under the cover of the tower, it's not going to be enough. Laurel will live through the day. Meanwhile, Kaori continue to right-click through, and he's going to tick out eventually. No, the Fairy Fire. So Rue will barely survive.
That was inches and then inches again and again. But they do get the kill with Blood Grenade on the Slardar. He dies from, I think, the last tick. And both Laurel and Rue survive on a beat stick of health.
Just
now.
TP back.
Oh,
now he's
this
taking
is
an
real
absolute
bad.
beating. Oh my goodness, that is super bad for the MOUZ side. He's going to have to walk back. Very well snowball.
Yeah.
But Collapse getting some help from Rue to be able to get these stacks.
Oh,
Ice Path
nice
cancels
path.
the gate play for Panto, rather. And
Is it going to get that?
no, not
Close.
in time.
Nice
But now
try.
they know that there is a sentry. Meanwhile, Yatoro, attribute shifting. Rockabraj doing quite a bit, and of course Boom has the Chakram as Yatoro turns right into him to try to get away. We'll be fine here. Rue again TPing to try and support. As mid 1 actually showing up out of nowhere. And the Dragon form. They want to pounce here for Spirit. Get the Dragon Tail onto the Timbersaw, but he's a little bit too far from the rest of the team. Looks like nothing will come of this, but I say that. Chrysalis has joined the party. Call down is applied with Wukong's command now. Wheel of Wonder, and he's hypnotized. That is a dead Chrysalis, but it's a trade for Laurel, a 1-for-1. Yatoro slowed to a crawl inside this Macro Pyre. That's a lot of burst from Boom. Double kill for the Timber. They're gonna be able to get this canceled. They canceled it once, absolutely. That is another dead core for Spirit. All 3, in fact. The only remaining members are the supports. And now Rue, with that Corrosive Haze, is going to get crushed. One more death and one more kill for MOUZ.
Immediate value from the Slardar blink there as well, and what a perfect situation for MOUZ that the DK blink stun onto Boom comes out as he is timber chaining away. In the other positions, things are looking good for Spirit, relatively speaking.
So how much can Boom do in this game? Yamich. He's going to tank the gank here. Boom in the area, though. They're going to try to turn this around along with the Wukong coming up. They actually break the tree with the Fiend's Gate. Beautifully done from Collapse.
they still
trying
got
to
him.
turn it around onto Chrysalis, but Yatoro has already died. And now Chrysalis, he was trying to go through the gate for just a moment. Now he's going to fight his way out. The Jingu stacks keeping him alive. Tries the mischief. Last right click is enough from the DK as Collapse. Dragon Knight does go through the Fiend's Gate in the end. Collapse not going to be so lucky. A triple kill for mid one.
Slardar in second place.
Yeah, what happened?
That is quite the recovery. The dagger.
Oop, he gets the bottle on the regen, but the Wheel of Wonder, he gets hypnotized. Is it enough damage? It looks like it.
Regen?
Oh, gets off the regen, but now that's wasted in the end too. So a nice kill for Spirit.
Yeah, great recovery from mid one, of course, as we mentioned. So, well,
God, you're
immediately,
so powerful.
I'm starting to actually, over time, I might believe that I have an impact on this. It's like,
I mean,
the statistical evidence is
usually I'd
mounting.
say confirmation bias, but I think we can all agree that this is something.
Happens all the time.
Yatoro stunned up. Do they have the damage though? The waveform away, homing missile on the way. He looks to be fine,
wait a
although Boom is
second.
there with the Chakram and the Twisted Chakram as well. It's
beautiful.
enough! Yatoro dead again. It's the third death for the Morphling as Boom has completely taken over this game. Chakram now. Nice dodge from Rue. Boxes himself as well. Very fancy plays, but in the end, you're still dead. Double kill for Boom, and he is 5-0-4.
Amp damage rune is gone. Now, if you want to kill Timbersaw, you better nail it here. They could be 5 heroes in this play with the Underlord ults, and they will.
Got the Lotus. Dragon Tail to start things out with the whip. And now the knife on the back gets the timber chain off. TPs are coming.
Oh, this is
Snowball. It's going to be close. He's dead. Big kill for Spirit. They needed it badly. It's going to cost them Panto at the very least. But the Dragon Tail Laurel, they're going to be able to kill off Chrysalis as well. 3 dead in the blink of an eye for MOUZ. And now mid one on the retreat. Spirit probably want to delay things until he can grab that.
And turns out you were wrong again.
All right, good job, Rue. Really good as Laurel trying to counter-initiate, gets the Dragon Tail. The Fiend's Gate's on the way as well. Yatoro wants to fight despite not having that BKB. Laurel already popped his kind of prematurely. Yamish will be taken out by the Firestorm. Boom, pursuing one other on the sideline. And they're actually going to be able to take out Rue.
You were right.
Finally, a 1-for-1, support for support. And Boom wants to keep fighting. Timber Chain. That's a lot of damage onto Collapse. A lot of pure damage to deal with. Collapse slowed to a crawl, and the crush will finish him off. Nicely done from MOUZ, but Crystal is caught off guard again. He's dead to Yatoro. He's going to take the full Shivas and the Chakra, but he turns into the Timbersaw. But the Macro Pyre upon Laurel at the last moment, and the burst damage is just too much to withstand. 5 seconds.
They know where Yamich is. He's going to sentry and walk forward and instant
blinks out
D-ward.
instantly. Dragon Form's already popped by Laurel. There's the initiation. Boom gets stunned, but that's a reflected one thanks to the Lotus Orb. Wheel of Wonder is there as well. Can they blow up this Timbersaw? The Wukong's command is there as well, but no. Boom is dead. You're able to get the buyback though. If nope, he's actually down. Chrysalis, BKB trying to apply all this pressure to Laurel, but staying alive. Gets the blink off just in time. Force F is nullified completely on the Slardar, but they finally get the crush and the bash to follow. Should be enough to take out the mid laner of Spirit. Now Yatoro inside as that Timbersaw. Going on top of Kaori now. This will be a freebie. 2 for 2. Will this fight continue? Yamich blinks in, gets that gem.
Oh, there it is again. Dazun Blood right.
One
for
with
Collapse.
the crush initiation, but Yatoro turns into the Slardar. They're trying to catch it, but the BKB will allow him to get away. But they find the connection set onto Yatoro. That is life number 1. They blew him up really fast, and now Laurel forced to use his BKB. Yatoro finally pops his golden item, tries to right-click away to his heart's content. Wheel of Wonder is placed, but Yatoro now has to retreat with that attribute shift. Chrysalis now. Well, the Crimson Guard being used to full effect for Spirit, but now look at this. Yatoro is all alone, completely isolated from the rest of his team. They're heading towards the pit area. Obviously not going to be up for quite a while.
It's going to be Boom. They see. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
KO.
Dragon Tail, but it's reflected.
reflect!
And now the Dragon Knight is melting.
Oh!
Down goes Laurel at the start of this fight. Now the Wukong's command for the Monkey King. And now the Gleipnir actually hitting several heroes. All the focus on Yatoro, but he waveforms away. Mid one in full combat mode. Gets the bash. Rue is certainly dead here. Will box himself. Meanwhile, a bigger kill onto the south. Trying to go through the Fiend's Gate. Do they have a bash? Do they have any stun? No. Somehow Collapse gets out.
Once again, but it's just Boom is just going to be a brick wall. He'll just stand where their smokes can connect. He doesn't care if you go on
Oh,
him.
the Dragon Tail is successful this time. Walrus punch as well. They're trying to counter-initiate, though. The Macropyre is doing so much work. The Snowball, they're trying to save Yatoro, but he's dead already. 2 dead, in fact, for Spirit. Attempting to TP out is the DK, but that is not going to happen. 4 dead. It's going to be a full team wipe, and MOUZ might have just done it.
Don't think initiating on Timber was the play. But
And he
again,
lived after all of that. I mean, there wasn't a Lotus this time.
It was a 5-on-1 for the first 3 seconds, and he still didn't.
Crazy.
Jakiro almost top damage in
And
the
they're
fight.
just
Saw
going to
the
go
two
for the
supports.
win right here, right now. MOUZ.
It
With
is
that crush of mid one, the
over.
GGs are called, and MOUZ have won PGL Wallachia Season 6. Unreal.
Amazing work from MOUZ. A crazy story, right? Like you said.
What a well-earned victory, and against the team of all teams, it feels like, in Team Spirit. But MOUZ gonna be your PGL Wallachia Season 6 champions.